Hey there, Kim Kunkel here with EasyDigitals.com, Photoshop backgrounds and templates for sports photographers. Today I'm going to show you how to customize this mountain mover set, and I'm breaking it up into 5 parts so that you can easily jump around to the part that you need, or you can watch it from beginning to end and then jump back to what you need. We're going to start going over just the basic background stadium. Then I'm going to show you how to customize the text. I'm going to show you how to add smart objects with the logo or changing the year. I'm going to then add an athlete, and as a bonus that could be used for anything, I'm going to show you how to add foot shadows for a group. So let's get started. Okay, so right now I have up the baseball and softball background, and I just want to go over the bottom layers and the stadium. So these top layers up here, I'm going to go over those later. So right now we're looking at the baseball floor, and if I click on this little triangle and open this up, you can see some extra layers here for changing the color. So if I turn off this dirt color one right here, it turns off the background being like a dirt color. So if I turn it on, I can also double click this and change the color of that. So I could make it darker, or I could even come over here and completely change the color to something else. I mean, you can click around in here and see where the sweet spot is with some of these colors. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. So you can really customize this quite a bit, which you're going to find a lot more with the other ones than this one, more color changes. If you happen to have like a sport like lacrosse or golf or something like that where you just wanted grass to illustrate the sport, then you can come down to this one that just has grass, and we're going to talk about how to change this year information later. So then we come down to the stadiums. So we have Stadium 1 and Stadium 2. So right now Stadium 1 is turned on, and as you can see, if you open this little triangle up, you have many, many more layers that you can play with. And you can turn off this smoke, or you can add these details. There's just a lot to play with, or just ignore and keep the template simple for yourself. So I'm going to close that one back up and come over to stadium number 2. So I'm going to turn off the eye for stadium number 1, and then I open this one up, and you can see that there are many, many more layers that you can adjust. And these lights are separate, so if you wanted to move them in or out, you would just need to find all the layers, grab those layers, push them in, and move it around however you want, up and down, so that you can customize it. And I did want to show you on this skyline, you could actually add in a different background. You could add a background with maybe some clouds, maybe from my other set, Perfect Skies, that has all kinds of different clouds. Or you could come to this one and you can add a hue saturation layer that pops this up, and then you can just push this around and you can make a completely different sky color, maybe to match your team. Or you can click colorize, and then you just get one hue. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you for this particular one, and now I'm going to pull up the football one and show you some things about that. Okay, now we have the football filled up, and I just wanted to show you a couple little differences for this background. So this one also has the grass. So if you decided that you wanted to use the grass, is right here in this template too. So I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to open this up and just show you your color options. So we have some preset color options here, and it's just to make it a little bit easier in case you wanted a head start. And then another thing that you can do is you can take any of these color options and you can change the color to anything. So I just wanted to show you how that works. And again, you kind of mess around in these areas, and you're going to find some really good spots for changing the color. And it's pretty cool how you can change it to any color. So I just wanted to show you how that worked, and it works the same way with the horizontal and the vertical version. Now let's look at the basketball version. Okay, now basketball. So this is a little bit more complex. We've got a lot more color changes on this one. So if you come down to these floor layers and you open up the little triangle, you're going to see all the highlights and shadows. Those are floor effects. and we are going to have floor editable colors. So let's take a look at that. So we have wood, and then we have the lines of the wood, color changes. So you can change the colors of the wood, just like with the other one. Okay, let's turn off wood, and we come to black floor, and you also have line change options for changing the colors on that. And then we'll turn that off. We have a white floor with line change color options. And then you have other line color change options. I'm turning off the white floor, and I have green, purple, blue, and then obviously you can change these to anything you want. So if I double click this green one, I can change it to any color under the rainbow. And as far, click OK, and then I can come to the line changes and again change it to any color under the rainbow. So you can see you can go a little crazy with this floor. And then as far as the stadiums, let's get this to like a more sane color for a minute here. Okay, and then we have a little bit different stadiums. So we have stadium number 1, which is more like an arena, or stadium number 2 is more like an arena, and you can open this up and you can turn off the lens flare and all kinds of other fun stuff in here if you really want to go crazy with it. And then this stadium is the other option. So I wanted to show you those two, and then we're going to go over to hockey. Okay, now the hockey background. All right, similar to the basketball and the ability to change the colors like crazy. So I'm going to come over to these floor editable colors. I have this green color coded, which means it usually means a color change. So as you can see, you can change the floor. He's got colors in here already, or you can change it to anything you want. So let's turn this red floor on, and then you can change, there's 2 color changes for these lines. So I double click this and I can change this to another color. So bring it over here, click OK, and then click this one. Maybe I can sample the same color, or I can choose a completely different color. Click OK. Then you can double click the ice and you can change it to any color. So it's very, very flexible. Lots of fun things you can do with this. Okay, so then I'm going to turn this red floor off, and we're going to turn on the black floor, which completely changes the effect. It almost looks like an outdoor park, skate park or something. And you can, again, you can start turning off these colors, and you can make it almost look like a mat for wrestling or something, or any type of other event that you might want to have. And then of course you've got your ice. So again, we're going to talk about this change for this text later, but I wanted to show you that. And then of course this one also has 2 stadium options. So that is all I wanted to show you about the stadium backgrounds and the floors for now. You can see it gets very complex. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want. Lots of layers to play with. So next we're going to go over and start playing with the text, and I'm going to show you how to make changes with that. So see you in the next video.